what's your road trip horror story? Have you had something bad happen this summer out on the roads? This guy said we had quite an experience. Buddy pulled over at a rest stop to poop. Guy walks up and says, "I'd like to suck your D."
Oh, wow.
My buddy freaks out, walks away, and leaves. So we're about 20 miles away from home now. The guy starts following for miles. My buddy is so weirded out, he drives past his house because he was afraid the guy would follow him.
Yeah.
He was finally able to lose him in the rural roads.
Scary.
I would have driven just like right to some kind of police.
Yeah.
Is that a rock-sucking killer?
Well, think about if I was on the side, I did a little bit of this stuff in a rest area, and I take a chance on you, and I want to do some crazy things to your balls.
Stop it.
And then, and you're like, no, get out of here. And I'm like, wait a second. He's going to tell somebody that I'm here and I'm doing
you're a
this.
ball-sucking
So
killer.
you got to go. You got to go.
Because you don't hear like a glory hole turn murder.
Usually
I think you don't hear about them, but I bet they do.
Turns him down.
It's probably happened once or twice.
Yeah.
Those bodies are the missing.
I hope he got to poop in the...
You know what? I'm not. I'm holding it. I'm going to hold it.
It's funny.
Or maybe I hope they...
Yeah, I'm indifferent to whether or not.
Well, I mean, I'm just going to watch you poop yourself, right?
Yeah.
Now you're worried and nervous and you got to poop real bad.
I hope. This is what I hope. I hope he asked him to pleasure him after he was done all of his bathroom stuff.
So he'd already finished. And then the guy on his way out as he's washing his hands, the guy
Hey,
was like,
pardon me.
I'd like to suck your blank.
Get in line. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Especially at this
What a
rest
fool.
area.
What a fool to turn it down.
What was he thinking?
Yeah.
I was just yelled at by a family of Amish and a miniature person at an Illinois toll booth. I thought I was dreaming.
I don't know if they like being called miniature people.
Well, I tried to make it better from what they said.
I'll
say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was them. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was me.
No, that's
'cause-
Dave's edit. That's Dave's. That's Dave's. Oh,
Dave makes it better.
Make it this better.
Got yelled at by some Amish people
Yeah.
And a miniature person.
and a miniature person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Holding up the line or something at the toll
at the
booth.
toll booth.
Yeah.
So the Amish were in their horse and buggy. They still go through the toll.
sure,
right?
they got to
Yeah.
pay toll.
If they are on
I've
the
never
road.
seen them at a toll.
I've never
Toll's
seen
like
that
a
either.
highway.
I know.
Like, what are they
Yeah.
doing on the highway?
I don't know.
I believe the little person was driving the Amish family in the van. So I think he was like
He's,
their driver.
yeah. He's not a part of the whole thing.
Like, no, yeah. He's just getting the Amish family from point A to point B.
There's some kind of like
Are they not
Amish Uber.
They have little people doing it.
Yeah. It's called Moober.
They never.
Hello, Moober.
They had to be Mennonites or something.
I'll come pick you up.
We need to get somewhere, but we can't take our horse and buggy on the freeway. Who do we call?
We need a miniature person.
You call Moober. Miniature person with a van.
Oh man.
Let's go to Mike in Boston. We're talking about your road trip horror story. What's happened to you, Mike?
Hey, so me and a couple of my buddies, we decided to take a road trip to California, and we ended up at this bar, and we were there for most of the night. So we come walking outside, and we get up to our car, and we see there's a guy inside of it. So we don't know what's going on. So we go walking over to the car, and every door's locked, so we can't even get in. So we're yelling at the guy on the inside. It turns out there was a drug addict inside of our car, and he locked himself in. So we're sitting there yelling at him, screaming at him to get out, and out of nowhere, he proceeds to start taking off all of his clothes inside the car.
He's in your car?
He literally starts taking his clothes off, and he keeps putting his face up against the glass, and he keeps yelling at us, "I'm going to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania. I'm going to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania." So now, we don't know. So now we end up calling the police, and after about 45 minutes, the police finally get into the car, and they get the guy out, but he left his mark because he peed all in
Oh, yeah, you knew he would.
Well, that's bad, but better than Scat Man, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, it is. It's not much, though.
You don't want a naked drug addict in your car, right?
don't.
Doing
I
up
don't.
whatever they're doing.
Nope.
No.
That's unfortunate. That's a
I
bad
don't want his
trip.
face all up on the window.
Yeah, the face on the
No.
window.
This person said I was doing a service call for a drain issue at a rest stop. I had to work in the women's room, so I had to close the restroom down. But a woman actually came up to me and said, I want you to watch me pee.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Okay.
Well, it all depends. I'm assuming it's not the best looking lady at the rest stop. Yeah, but wants to see that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Right, watch me pee.
Let's have a gander at it.
Yeah. Hold on. Takes a minute to get started.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
it's interesting.
Oh, wow.
It's more of a dribble.
Yeah, you gotta. You're gonna want
It's unfortunate.
to talk
It's
to a
a
lady
loose
parts doctor.
stream.
This one said, on our road trip, we stopped at a rest stop near Connecticut. Walking back to my truck, I heard a sound, something like someone was being injured. So I ran over to the noise. A 5-trucker gangbang was happening behind the rest stop. 5-trucker gangbang. One said,
It's a band.
"Hey, boy, you want to join?" I hightailed it right out of there.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, that's just right there.
No, like, I understand you hear something. You're hearing
Some slabs.
Like a
you're
moan.
hearing, like, what seems like someone's in pain.
Right. It's just from the trucker dome.
So your instinct is to go help, but, man, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it'd just be like, I think I hear 5 truckers having sex.
I believe that's the sound of 5 truckers banging.
You hear that?
That ain't nightingales.
No. The beautiful music of Nightingale.
Thankfully, none of us have ever heard the sounds of 5 truckers having sex before.
I bet if you hear it one time,
You'll
know.
never forget it. You'll never forget
No.
it. This unfortunate man has.
Yeah.
But thought it was someone being injured. And maybe they were.
I think injured in the way they wanted to be.
A painful injury.
Right.
Yeah.
If you will.